No.
Commissioner Boland,
I'm here.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Commissioner Johnson,
Here.
Commissioner Kimmelshoe,
Here.
Chair Connolly,
The aliens brought me back, so I'm here.
Commissioner McGreehan, Commissioner Duncan,
Here.
Commissioner Betts,
Here.
alternate Commissioner Rust, alternate Commissioner Bradley, alternate Commissioner Ritter, alternate Commissioner Shepherd. Thank you.
Okay, first up is consent agenda. Are there any errors or omissions on the minutes of the last meeting? Al? Oh, is there any public comment on the minutes? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Say nay. And we're on to number 3, notice public hearing. This is Butte County Agricultural Water Providers Public Review, Draft Municipal Service Review, and Sphere of Influences Plan Update, which means we're checking them out.
That's right.
Right.
Thank you, Chair Connolly and Commission. This is a follow-up to our August 7th meeting where I presented you with the Municipal Service Review and Sphere of Influence update for agricultural water providers. At that meeting, I was given direction to make some changes to the document, to fix some specific text, to correct some facts and formatting, and then I've gone through the document since then and corrected some spelling and formatting issues. So you all received a red line version of that document for your review. It's essentially the same document with the errors have been fixed. So today I'm asking that you would adopt Resolution 17-2425, approving the Ag Water Providers Municipal Service Review and Sphere of Influence update, including the written determinations required by Government Code Section 56425 and 56430. Determine the project is exempt from CEQA pursuant to Government Code Section 15306 and 15061. And direct me to prepare the final draft incorporating this resolution and any comments received.
Okay, we'll open this up to the board. Mr. Betts, any errors or omissions you saw?
No, they look great. I reviewed all the changes and they were good. And again, it's a very good document.
Anyone else have any comment? Public comment on this matter? We'll close public comment. Wishes of the board. That's where you make a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
And that includes everything you said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. We're under our regular agenda, ratification of voting delegate and consideration of bylaw amendments for the 2025 LAFCo annual business meeting.
Thank you, Chair Connolly. So in consultation with Chair Connolly, I submit to LAFCo a letter designating Office Manager Crystal Bradford as the voting delegate for Butte LAFCo for the upcoming LAFCo annual business meeting to be held on October 23rd. I would be the alternate voting member. So part of this item is to ratify the designation of Crystal as the voting delegate, and then also to consider the bylaw amendments that are included here that will be considered by the board of directors at the annual business meeting. At this time, we are recommending approval of those bylaws.
I hope so.
They are a culmination of input of all LAFCOs and taking LAFCo in a direction that it needs to go. So those are before you. If you have any comments or questions, I'm happy to answer them, but just know that at the annual business meeting, we intend to vote to approve those bylaw changes.
Questions or comments by board members? Any public comment on this matter? I'll close public comment. I'd like to say that, is it too late for somebody to go if any of these other?
To go to the
Yeah.
conference, I mean, no, it's not
Any
closed.
interest in going to the LAFCo conference this year?
It's in San
mean-
Diego this year.
Yeah, I'm offering. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve this agenda item as recommended by our executive officer.
I'll say,
I almost have you guys trained. I mean, come on. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Anybody from the public like to speak on anything not on the agenda? We cannot take action for the Brown Act, but you're more than welcome. Close public comment, executive officers report.
Thank you, Chair Connolly. I'll briefly run through this officer's report. There is not a whole lot new to report on. Under administration, we've been talking about this lease agreement for the past several months. Our current location's lease expires at the end of March, so we are actively looking for a new location. We have identified a location. It's in Chico. It's across the street from the police department in Chico. We are just in beginning stages of looking at that suite. And so obviously anything further would come to you. I anticipate that if we are, I guess, selected for this suite, that at the November meeting, that contract would come before you with Mr. Brown's approval, obviously, of that contract. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that a suite has been identified and that could potentially come to you at a future meeting for approval.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we looking to move the meeting sites to?
No. Nope. Yeah, we will continue to have meetings here. The city of Oroville has been gracious enough to let us continue at no cost to use this location. So essentially nothing will change for you folks. We'll continue to have monthly meetings and post our agendas and everything.
how long is that lease gonna be for?
We can be flexible. We have always signed longer leases. We've been at this location for 13 years, I think. And so we would like obviously to lock in at a known price and not have to worry about that. So the agent that we're working with has suggested a 3 to 5 year lease.
Good, okay, thank you.
Does it cost more?
Actually costs less.
That's, you know,
Well, I live across from the police station, and if a car alarm goes off, nothing happens. I
Yeah.
just want to let you know, you might not be any safer.
No, I
mean, right
understand
across the
that.
street.
I
There you go.
understand.
You're thinking about an hour or two, they'd show up.
Yeah. This location I'll just mention is appealing to us because there's lots of activity in the building. There's a lawyer, there's an art studio, there's a dentist. So what we lack now is company in the building that we're in that keeps eyes there. We're typically the first ones in, and we're alone a lot in that building, which is we don't like that. And so this new suite is lots of shared neighbors, shared parking lot, lots of eyes on the street. City Chico Public Works Department is across the street. So there's lots of activity going on, which is appealing to us in that we will not feel isolated like we do now. So more to come on that. Oroville area sewer agencies. I did attend a meeting a couple weeks ago where the city of Oroville updated these agencies on their annexation plan. We are again still waiting for a comprehensive study about the Oroville annexation plan. So I don't anticipate that to come to us or be available until October or November. So I'll continue to keep you updated on that. But the city of Oroville is actively engaging with service providers when it comes to that annexation plan. So just know that.
I'd like to make a comment on it. I mean, we missed 2 opportunities for annexing on the flagpole. On 14th Street, they put it in that low income housing multi-level, and then off of 10th Street, which will really make my father mad, and my mom's passed, but right behind him there on 10th Street, like a block in, we're putting all that housing that should have been swept into the city limits and try to eliminate that flagpole. If there's anything we can do to encourage that, I think we should. I mean, we're supposed to stand for rational growth.
Yes.
That's my comment.
I've been discussing with folks at the city of Oroville on how we can approach annexing Thermalito in a way that is digestible to that community, but also gets us closer to
I
what
think the
we're trying to
Ordiam
achieve.
162 corridor is the place to start with
Yeah.
at least resistance. And with new subdivisions, you could do it. As far as the heart of Thermalito, they've got banners up all
Yeah.
over the place, no to annexation.
Yes.
That's too big a lift probably, but
Yes, that'll definitely, that's a more extended into the future for all of Thermalito.
just trying to help you out, Todd.
Agreed. I agreed with everything you just said.
Okay.
I do have on here, last time we talked about the CSA 24 Mud Creek drainage. And in my report, I talk about that the Public Works Department is pursuing a project to clean up the 5 Mile Basin, and they have since completed that project. So that has come and gone. They, under sort of emergency orders, went in and cleared out the 5 Mile Basin to protect that community, surrounding community from flooding. And then future discussions about the overall management of CSA 24 and who's going to, what that looks like. Both parties, both City of Chico and Butte County, were not ready or in a place to talk about what that's going to look like long term. They just needed to get this project done, get it out of the way, and now at future meetings, we'll start to talk about.
So is it substantially in the city or all in the city or how is it?
Yes, the truth is that the boundaries of CSA 24 are mostly in the city limits. However, there's an argument to be made that CSA 24 affects an entire region beyond just the bounds of the city of Chico. So how do we balance who manages it, who pays for it in the long run, and balance that with how it's been previously managed, which is,
Well, I think CSA 24 should, tax themselves and fix it right permanently and have a permanent fix. I mean, the county did this under an emergency, that's kind of like almost if I asked them to go out and do Palermo under emergency, nothing would have happened. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, I think CSA 24, if they need to expand because they're helping people further away, maybe that's an answer, but they should be collecting the fee and going for the real fix, not the county.
yes.
City's not going to do it.
How long has it been since it's been cleaned up? How many years?
2001.
Yeah.
Before I was on the board.
24 years.
So they're still, they did a temporary fix is what Shannon was just talking about. Very temporary. There's over 100,000 tons of estimated gravel that needs to be removed from that
Still?
to get it back to the
Baseline.
situation that when it was built in 2000, I mean, in the 1960s. So you can imagine the hoops we have to jump through the state of California, through the Department of Fish and Wildlife, through DWR. We actually were pushing the envelope just to do the work that we did do. But with the high water flows we had this last year, in addition to the park fire, there's some real concern. And Bill brings up a very good point, and this is going to be a point of contention into the future, is that CSA 24 is pretty much within the city of Chico. However, since the 1960s, for some reason, Butte County has been the authority of running the 5 Mile diversion, which diverts water out of Big Chico Creek into Lindo Channel and to Mud Creek. We at the county kind of think the city of Chico should be running it. So, and they don't want to run it.
But they'll take our car lots.
Yeah, and so it's going to be a long-term process, also a
Mhm.
long-term process to clean it out over
Mhm.
time. So, just something to keep on the agenda. And
Yeah.
I assume, do you attend the local government
I
committee?
did attend the last.
Okay,
meeting,
and
yeah.
was this a topic there?
Definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
and one of one of the city council members, Tom Van Overbeck, is just rabid about this, who's very actively involved. So unfortunately, we're losing our Director of Public Works. He's taken the job as the CAO at Colusa County. So he was doing a good job of, a very fine job, actually, of working with the state of California and working on this issue. So I met with him yesterday, and I asked him to make sure that he had a good binder of everything
Yeah.
that has been done on this. But Shannon, you may play an integral role in this as well. So
Yes, I'll definitely stay involved and
yeah.
keep
So
on top
enough
of
said.
people.
It's a public safety issue,
Mhm.
and unfortunately, we get roadblocks from Department of Fish and Wildlife and DWR. So sometimes you wonder who's needs to be protected, critters or people. So
Roadblocks because they don't want it cleaned out. They don't want.
yeah,
to-
they would prefer that it doesn't because it ruins the habitat.
They claim it does, right?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So anyway, I've probably said too much. So
No,
is this meeting recorded?
No, no, I think Supervisor Chemistry is right on the mark. This is a LAFCO issue.
Yes, I agree.
And we need to take it on and we need to get resolution. So going forward, there won't be these problems, I mean,
Yeah, no, I agree that we've been charged with identifying who the most appropriate service provider is for these types of agencies. So this will unfold, more information will be put out there, and eventually a decision will have to be made.
So I have a question. So where do you spend most of your time? Do you spend most of your time initially dealing with the state to try to get this process going?
I
or-
don't personally, but our staff does.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
But I
right.
mean, do
The
they
staff
focus
does.
on that, fish
Yeah.
and game first or whatever to get over that hurdle?
Yes, there's a myriad of different permits, not only Fish California, but also the Corps of Engineers who actually
the levy.
put this actual project together years and years ago. So it's a series of permitting process that could take 5 years
Okay.
to do that. But that's a good question.
Yeah.
Bruce. So
The main way, the only escape on this is if it's an emergency. And so we're asked to declare it a pending emergency because it would flood so many homes. And that gets you some relief. It doesn't mean they can't come back on you, but that's what you get relief.
and and the park fire exacerbated this because there's more water coming down quicker because of the loss of vegetation in the watershed that brings the water down through to Big Chico Creek. So just another, good project for LAFCO to work on. It's never ending, right?
Exciting. Well, all the easy ones are done, right? So.
Thank you.
All right, so as far as projects, I don't have much new to report on any of these. So I'll move on to legislation and just let you know that in consultation with Chair Connolly, I did submit a letter on September 16th requesting the governor's signature on the omnibus bill of Local Government Omnibus Act of 2025. This included some minor changes to Cortese Knox. This is something we do every year. We attempt to do every year. It doesn't always happen. But Cal LAFCo as a whole requests that each LAFCo submit a letter to the governor encouraging signature. So I did submit that letter. And this is just to let you know that I did that and to include the letter here. Other than that, I don't have.
Shannon, I've got a
Yes.
question, and I don't know if you've followed this legislation, and I should have asked at our Board of Supervisor meeting on Tuesday, but there was a bill going through in regards to cemeteries that have not been maintained
Wow.
and there was a legislation that wanted the county to take on all these cemeteries. I'm hoping that bill never made it out of committee. Or do you know where?
In
how it landed?
updating this report, I
Okay.
looked into the status of Senate Bill 777.
Yeah.
And it's, as far as I can tell, waiting on the assembly floor, so it's not moved.
Okay,
uh,
so it's
beyond
not on the
that.
governor's desk at this point.
Not yet. I mean, I want to say that it's progressing.
Out of session now? I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
so it probably
So-
never made it to the floor.
Right. So
Right.
it'll probably have to be reintroduced, I would
be
think,
next
next
year
time
then.
around. But that could be just very, very costly to the county.
I know that,
I mean, it's just a real crazy, crazy thing.
yeah, they don't pay any taxes. But they don't complain either, but.
They don't pay
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah, this will be a bill that we will.
I gotta work that in, I mean.
At the Cal LAFCO
We're dying
level, we'll
to,
keep
though.
an eye on this one and I'll let you know if that progresses.
Really.
Okay, that's it for my executive
You have to
officer.
do it.
Okay, any other questions or comments with the board? Any correspondence?
No.
Already covered? All right. No closed session?
Nope.
Okay, let's adjourn till Thursday, November 6th. Right here.
Right.